When did you start to believe that this was a real thing, that he really did want to come back?
Well, certainly when he moved into the gym.
Like literally moved in?
He literally moved in.
We're living, breathing, and sleeping in the gym. Literally.
Here we are.
I live in the gym. I have a base here, and I have a base in my coach John's gym.
I had a storage room, and he asked could he put a bed in it, and I was like, sure.
Sleeping there?
Yeah.
He has probably a mansion.
He does.
And how long ago was this?
Christmas.
So he's just living there?
Yeah.
Does he go back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so a couple of nights of the week he was sleeping there, especially on sparring days. Well, for him it's early, 11 a.m. So he can get up at 10:45.
Why does he have to live there?
There was a certain mindset that comes with that. You're in that environment. From 6 a.m. the gym is loud and busy. I thought it was a great idea, so I said,
Did you think he would?
I get a free security guard?
Yeah, that's right. Was it from Christmas on, like up until the whole?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you think he would stick with it?
No.
No. How long did you think it would last? Like a week?
A day.
A day. Wow. So what did this tell you?
A lot. But anyway, look, here we are.
Yeah.
Fight week. We're a few days out. He's in a fantastic place. Everything is on track. Weight's easy. The camp has been fantastic.
Switch your stance. Hands down by your side, rotate toward me just a little bit.
And here's Conor doing some wrestling in a recent camp. Now, again, I don't think this is going to be Max offensively wrestling like this. But again, you see the body work. You see the teeps to the body. You see the body punching. This is something I think Conor really wants to utilize again against Max specifically, because Max does hold a bit of a high guard. He doesn't really look to protect his body. Most people don't in MMA, to be honest with you. You don't see a lot of, like, outside of body kicks being protected with the elbow. You don't see a lot of guys really flinching on the body punches, but they're super effective. And as much as Max, says he's the best boxer in the UFC, you want to drop those hands from Max. Conor can do it with the body kicks, with the body punches, and then open up the chin for the left hand. And I'm not even sure, we're not giving a super good Max look here, but we're just kind of there, and I don't know if any of this will really have any effect on the fight. But I'm just trying to get a look at what new Conor, looks like a bit. Obviously, he's a lot more bulky.
But there again, if you tell me you think Conor's going to win, I'm hearing you think Conor's going to knock him out. If you tell me you think Conor's going to knock him out, I'm hearing you think he's going to do it in the first round. If you tell me you think Conor's going to knock him out in the first round, I'm hearing Conor's going to land that left hand. And if Conor is going to beat Max by knockout in the first round, it is going to be with that left hand.
The Octagon lights flare, the crowd holds its breath, and two of the MMA's most decorated fighters walk towards destiny. Conor McGregor, the dramatic counterpuncher, versus Max Holloway, the volume striker, will be face-to-face once more to settle an old score. However, the pros, the coaches, and the analysts all differ on what is expected to happen, who controls the distance, whose gas tank tells the story, and which tactical adjustments will decide the winner.
What do you think Max doesn't understand about fighting at 170? What is he not realizing until he gets in there and actually tries it?
Listen, there's a different thud when you fight against him. I fought a match against Max many years ago. I look forward to my improvements on him.
You said multiple times during your media tour in New York that rematches is like an honourable thing to grant. When they came to you with Max's name, I know there was others, but when Max came to you, were you like, yeah, no, I want to prove that rematches should be given if they're earned?
I love a rematch. I love who doesn't love the story builds, the tension builds, the fans get excited, they've got comparisons, it's great for business. I'm all for a
McGregor kicks things off with issuing a cold reality check to Holloway. True education lies inside the cage for Holloway, and the brutal physics of a heavier weight class will take over. A trap built on pure experience cannot be prepared for on tape. If McGregor's calculus is correct, Holloway's legendary chin and output will look vastly different under the crushing power of a true welterweight, turning the entire fight into a race against the clock.
To get that back, I can guarantee you the next fight is going to be way better than the first one. This is 11 years ago, Max.
Years ago, that's crazy, right? I mean, that's insane, man. And you know, taking the words out of the man's mouth himself, he said, you know, the only wins he count is finishes. So technically, in his words, he doesn't have a win over me. So it's not even Max Holloway versus McGregor 2. It's stood the first one, you know. And at the end of the day, we have 25 minutes now instead of 15. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait to go out there, you know, and get my hand raised, you know, and not only get my hand raised, you know, we're in a sport of entertainment. You gotta get your hand raised in exciting fashion. So I need a big finish, and if not a big finish, just a dominant, exciting win. You know, like, yeah, you can be dominant in a fight, but not exciting. That can hurt your stock. So at the end of the day, I gotta go out there, be exciting, you know, raise up my stock, and you know, we see what UFC want to do next.
On the other hand, Holloway sees this fight as more of a chance to rewrite history than anything else. His confidence is fueled this time around by the extra rounds, the higher stakes, and the pressure of finally being able to settle the score. However, he knows that he cannot just win, he has to make noise. With a finish, or at least a performance that leaves no doubt, Holloway isn't talking like a man hoping to survive McGregor's moment. He is talking like someone expecting to take over the fight, raise his stock, and walk out with a victory that changes the conversation completely.
Mystic Max have arrived. He's taking my it is what it is, so I'm taking Mystic Max.
What does Mystic Max predict for this week?
We drown him. We're gonna give him an old Hawaii style beating and drown him. We're taking him deep waters.
Furthermore, Holloway gives a straight warning. He is planning to drown McGregor in his signature pace, pressure, and pure volume until the opponent cannot carry himself any further. The matchup will get uglier the longer it drags on, and with every round, McGregor will struggle more and more to stay afloat. McGregor may have the upper hand early on, but Holloway is talking like a man who expects the later rounds to belong entirely to him.
In Conor's style requires an incredible output. Striking fast, striking while being hit. It requires an incredible output. And this mountain isn't insurmountable. By the way, my partners at DraftKings have this less than 3-1. They got Max the favorite, but it was 280. That is shockingly close. That is shockingly close for a guy that's been out for half a decade, going into a new weight class, going into a 5-round atmosphere. But there is a case for Conor. There is. That left hand is an incredible equalizer. But there again, if you tell me you think Conor's going to win, I'm hearing you think Conor's going to knock him out. If you tell me you think Conor's going to knock him out, I'm hearing you think he's going to do it in the first round. If you tell me you think Conor's going to knock him out in the first round, I'm hearing Conor's going to land that left hand. And if Conor is going to beat Max by knockout in the first round, it is going to be with that left hand.
He needs to strike fast, keep up the high pace, and land that one clean left-hand shot before Holloway's volume has the chance to take over. The odds are close enough to make McGregor dangerous, but not generous enough to suggest a long, messy battle favors him. If he wins, it likely comes early, clean, and with that signature shot that has ended so many arguments before, The fight now feels less like a broad matchup and more like a single explosive window, where McGregor must hit before Holloway's pressure turns the script against him.
No, but if he wins, and of course, it's a big
if.
It's a big if, because you got to think, if he's going to get it done, it'll only be in spectacular fashion. Because if Conor McGregor is going to win this fight, it will only be if he knocks him out in the first round.
Yeah.
And I say that respectfully. I'm looking at it through my analytical hat, not a personal hat or anything like that. He's never had a 5-round style. He's just never been that guy. He's always gassed the later the fight goes. Typically in round 2, he starts to fade because he's an explosive fast starter. And after 5 years away, there's no way. And I'm sure he's trained hard, and I'm sure he's prepared, and I'm sure he's ready. But I don't think he's preparing harder now than what he was pre-2000.
Keeping in line with Sonnen's view, Michael Bisping's take is plain and simple. If McGregor wins, it will not be through a long and technical fight. It'll be a first-round knockout, the kind of sudden statement that fits his most dangerous version. McGregor has never been built for sustained 5-round pressure, and his time away from the cage only highlights that angle more. McGregor's only real road to victory is to end it before the fight has time to become a fight.
Now, people think that Max is just going to walk for him from the start. It ain't going to be that easy. He's going to have big problems early, and I think Max is going to give him that respect and not let him land them big shots. So maybe we don't see him be as successful as he could be if Max was just like, he's done and just wanted to be quite aggressive. He could definitely give Max some problems. Max is going to be clever enough where we won't really see that. But I still think that Conor will be dangerous enough where we're going to be like, oh shit, Max needs to be careful. But I think he's going to do the right things to make them adjustments. Stay out of the big danger. Maybe when he gets hit, maybe not running into them big shots as much.
Alexander Volkanovski widens the existing lens by warning that McGregor can still be dangerous in the opening exchanges, even if Holloway finds his rhythm. Holloway may not simply steamroll him from the opening bell. Instead, the early rounds could get tricky if McGregor gets the kind of respect that keeps his power in play. However, the core red is still that Holloway is smart enough to adjust, stay disciplined, and avoid the kind of clean big shot that could flip the whole fight in an instant.
I think it's just going to be too much for Conor, and you're going to just see Max get his hand raised, maybe get a finish. Can he hurt him, get him to the ground, and then maybe get a submission? You could maybe see that as well. When people crumble and get really tired, there's always a submission there. Gamble responsibly, but there's probably good coin for a submission over a TKO. If you wanted to be a sneaky bet, that could be something, because he will melt him. And when he's melted and just sort of going there shooting because he's so tired, is a submission going to be the way to go? When he turns over and just gives it back, and then, all right, may as well take the submission. Maybe we see that. So, Max Holloway for the win, 100%, maybe submission TKO if he melts him. Going to be a fun fight, mad card, plenty to talk about in this International Fight Week card. But hey, let's have fun with this.
Volkanovski leans even further towards Holloway when he argues that the fight is a matter of attrition once the opponent starts to fade. Holloway will not just seek to win, he wants to fully dictate the fight by wearing McGregor down to a point where a finish becomes realistic.
We got Conor McGregor. I'm not 100% sold. I'm praying this guy shows up. I mean, he's got to show up now. What are we 10 days out? We're 10 days out from Conor McGregor making the walk again. It's going to be so fucking sweet. 170 pounds. Max Holloway. I've been watching some of his vlogs. He's been sparring with Jack Madalena. He's been sparring with this guy that we know named Keone Diggs.
Oh, really?
Who's got just a great left hand, a great southpaw left hand. I'm fired up for the fight. This is a lot of pressure on Conor. Hopefully he's going in there. This might be the last time you see Conor McGregor ever compete again.
If he goes out there,
we see him go dink, dink, dink. He tattoos his ass, puts him down, and now we got Conor McGregor versus Justin Gaethje on the horizon.
Moreover, Tim Welch keeps the momentum with Holloway, but it is framed as a pressure test for McGregor. The champion showing up at his best is not guaranteed, and it certainly makes the fight feel bigger than it is. It could very well be the last real chapter of McGregor's run if he doesn't answer the bell right. However, Holloway's preparation cannot be ignored. His late-night sparring and southpaw work as signs that he is building himself towards a sharp and confident performance that can open the doors to even bigger opponents down the road.
Denim Chicken, welcome to the club. Pub Dad says, I'm so hyped for Conor. I want to think he can win, but you think of anyone else that's made successful comeback after 5 years. Seems a mountain for him to climb. This thing with Conor, though, do you ever really count him out? Out of all the guys that have come through the UFC, is Conor really the one you want to doubt? Also, huge Max Holloway fan, but he's looking a little too thick for my liking. For Max Holloway fan, looking a little too thick. Conor looks damn good at 170. Damn good.
Conversely, Brendan Schaub adds a more hesitant and conflicted layer to the predictions. He is not fully ready to write McGregor off simply because of the influence he has had and who he was before. Additionally, at McGregor is looking physically sharper and dangerous. Schaub's prediction keeps the narrative balanced in a different way, because once the cage door closes, doubting McGregor will once again burn a lot of people.
He's gonna have to be patient with this fight. He's gonna have to be patient and really find that timing. With Max Holloway, bro, he's just gonna move, he's gonna punch. If Max plays the distance game a little bit and kicks Conor a little bit and gets him kind of to fatigue, he's in trouble, dude. So Conor really does have to be patient, maybe take a couple of shots to eventually counter him with that beautiful left. You know what he did to Eddie Alvarez, and just catch him, dude. I would say be patient and counter, but it's 5 years, Kamaru. It's not 2 years. It's not 3 years. It's not 4 years. It's 5 years, man. But
Yeah.
if anybody can get it done with power, it is Conor McGregor. And if he does get it done, there's a fight between him and you know who. Justin, the highlight Gaethje.
Henry Cejudo keeps the McGregor train going by circling back to his best route to victory. McGregor can't run this fight or chase it. He has to let Holloway come to him and wait for the kind of opening that lets his left hand change everything in an instant. However, Cejudo also takes into account the 5-year layoff. This frames McGregor as a dangerous test while still carrying that massive factor of whether he can turn that power into a real comeback.
He's the king, man. Look, maybe he's not the best fighter in the world. He's the king. He did more for mixed martial arts than any single fighter did for any combat sport in the world. He did more for that, and he's back, and he's the best Conor McGregor I've ever seen. Talking to him is like talking to a guy that I don't even know. He's unbelievably focused. He's unbelievably trained. He's fast. He's furious, and he's ready to cause some damage. I will be there, front row, at that UFC event and rooting him on. I think it's going to be, I can't bet on the fights, but if I could, I'd bet the house on Conor McGregor.
David Feldman, on the other hand, offers a more supportive, almost testimonial angle to the build-up. McGregor looks the sharpest he ever has. There is real confidence in his return. He is a structurally changed man compared to the fighters of years past. Placing his bet with absolute certainty, Feldman is promising to be front row center to witness the transformation firsthand. McGregor is about to orchestrate the most definitive, legacy-defining statement of his entire career. Do you have an official pick for that main event?
Do you have an official pick for that main event?
I'm going to go for Max Holloway on that one. Yeah, I think he's just been super active, and he's just, a great fighter, high IQ. And the later this fight goes, if Conor doesn't get like a quick knockout, I think it plays more into Max Holloway's hands.
Seems to be the very common consensus across the board of everyone I'm asking, and I tend to agree as well.
Focusing once again on the same pressure point of activity, Mario Bautista believes Holloway's pace and consistency could solely make the decision in his favor, especially if McGregor's explosiveness doesn't jeopardize his techniques. Once the fight drifts deeper, the matchup swings right into Holloway's comfort zone. At the end of the day, every prediction circles back to the same question. Can McGregor make it a short, violent night? Or does Holloway drag him into a pace he can't survive? Some see the champ's power, timing, and early danger as the great equalizer, while others believe Holloway's pressure, activity, and durability will slowly take over and expose the gap over 5 rounds. However it plays out, the fight feels built for drama, and that's exactly why the experts can't stop weighing in.